What's up YouTube, Kyron back up in here with another video. Today we're actually going to be doing a half run and gun style video, and the other half is going to be a wish list video in its entirety. It's going to be come shop with me at Ssense. I'm going to be showing you guys some of my recent favorites that I've been enjoying from this season, and also some steals and deals that you guys could take advantage of, because this time of year is the best time of year to take advantage of the Ssense sale, because a lot of the prices kind of creep to their lowest point. And then also just like there's new fall winter stuff, so they're trying to push things out. But anyway, I talked about this a long time ago, I want to say like in a 2018 video, about how to actually shop at Ssense. One, I'm very privileged to be living in Montreal, so I'm able to shop here a lot more often than the average person. But if you are in Montreal, this is kind of how you could take advantage of the space. So this is Ssense right over there. Basically, it's 5 floors. They took over this whole building. We're in old Montreal right now, which is a beautiful, beautiful area in Montreal. Very similar to European vibes. But yeah, so like the first floor, just kind of accessible to everyone. You could just go see some of their recent selects, some things that they're enjoying or things that just sell very well. You'll be greeted by like one of the employees. They'll just kind of give you a rundown of what everything's going on, like if you booked an appointment, if you're just here to browse around. Then the other floors, the second floor, it kind of changes by season, kind of like flip-floppy, very similar to the first floor though, just recent selects, whatever. Then the other 2 floors above that are all trying on cabins. So if you're booking an appointment or if you want to try on clothes, there's like 4 cabins normally per floor, so you'll be with a stylist or some type of person that works at Ssense that they'll be able to help you. Then the top floor is like sneakers, books, apothecary, other things of that nature, like everything from the everything else section of Ssense. So that's a whole breakdown. Basically, if you want to go shop at Ssense, the best way to do it is to book an appointment. I normally do so. I have a stylist, my boy Chris. If you guys want to go shop with Chris, definitely go check him out. He's one of the great ones. Either Chris or Alyssa, those are like 2 senior stylists, but everyone else is great too. Hubert, whole staff at Ssense is great. But yeah, just hit up a SA or a stylist, or you could go on the website. There's a part that says appointments. Click that. You add all the things that you have in your wish list to the appointment. You can add up to 50 items, and then you just go and try things on. You don't have to buy everything. You don't have to buy a certain thing. You don't have to feel obligated to do anything that you don't want to. They're all super nice. They're not going to force you to do anything. You just go, enjoy the experience, and that's about it. We're going to go hop in here. I'm going to show you guys some of my favorites. Chris is ready for us. I'm gonna go see him on the 4th floor. Normally you'll come here, see if your sales associate is ready or your stylist, and if they're not ready, you just gotta like wait on those little like stubs outside. But my boy Fabrice outside, he had to eat a little sandwich, so we're just chopping it up, catching it up, and now we're ready to go see Chris. So you guys will meet Chris, amazing stylist. Hopefully he's not too shy.
Chris, how are you?
Long time no see.
I know, right?
I hope you're not shy on camera. I'm just doing a YouTube video.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. How's everything?
Everything's great.
Hey.
The cabin, or
yeah, right there. I'm just gonna lay the shoes out here for you.
No worries. So we touched down. I just added a bunch of things recently from like fall winter that I've been interested in. Some footwear, some things that dropped down in price that I didn't think were gonna drop down in price. But yeah, I'm just gonna like show you guys a few of them, some of the pieces that I try on and I enjoy. I'm gonna tell Fabrice to come and see like how it looks on body. But this is definitely one of the main ones. Showed this on the channel like a while back, but this is something that every time I see it, it just keeps on getting better and better. This is Rick Owens blazer. These like really, really deep shoulder pads. It just gives a really elevated look. I love this piece so much. This is something that had to grow on me, this little like strap detail, but it adds like such a signature Rick Owens element to the piece. Normally when I'm here, I try to do the outerwear or any of the tops first, because it's a lot easier than doing bottoms. Bottoms are always so like annoying because you gotta like just switch in and out of them, especially it's snowy outside in Montreal, so try to do all the pants last. Even though the pants is like one of my favorite parts, it's just kind of tedious to try on. But try on this, I think I sneak peeked it in like an old vlog, but now with Fabrice on a cam, we get a lot more detail, show you guys what this is all about. This is something that obviously you could probably wear it more in like a formal setting, but you could also kind of make it a bit more casual. Like this is full Rick, but it doesn't scream runway too much because of this, like the sweatpants and the remotes. This is a lot more tame. This is a lot more posh in terms of Rick, how that goes. But yeah, it's super sick, like the cut's insane. I love these shoulders. And then this bomber, Fabrice was feeling. He was
crazy,
geeked over it.
Crazy.
Definitely gonna show that. So unzip that quick. And you guys know, like I love like a more form-fitting upper and baggier pants. So this is like perfect proportions for that. I'll probably do like a little half tuck on my tee. This is not something I normally zip up, but like probably to get the full effect of the jacket, probably the best idea. Probably see it better this way. The crop is like literally perfect. Yeah, really sick. I think there's one more outerwear piece I could show you guys, and then we'll get into the other piece. So I just tried this on, and I was talking about not everything that you try on is always going to be perfect 100%, because I feel like this is a little too restricting. Like I can't put my hands up, or I feel like musclehead right now. It's so funny, but it's just because these sleeves are a little too slender for me. And also the body, it's not like a common thing. Like a lot of people would rather if this sat like right here, because that's a bit more modern, but I like the long fit. It's just mainly the sleeves that I have a gripe against, but it's still pretty nice. So this is something that's crazy. Like I feel like a lot of people, especially in my circle of fashion, would never is like blasphemy to wear AMIRI. But sometimes something that I do on Essence, I'll go on brands that normally don't get a lot of love or people love to hate, and then I'll just try and find the beauty within like all the madness. And AMIRI's women's wear, there's a lot of times like I'll sneak it in appointments of either clients or like friends of mine, and they'll just be like, oh, what's that? And then they see it's AMIRI, and then the opinion changes, you know. But this, if it was Rick, like people would eat it up, but like it's AMIRI, and like it would have like a sour taste to certain people. But this wax denim is like a fraction of what the Rick mainline version of this would be, especially on sales. And the denim is good. It's just like obviously it has a connotation because of the skinny jeans and all that, but these are actually really nice. And the women's wear, don't sleep on the women's wear, really Alright, so these I actually saw for the first time at Osheaga. One of Sky's A&Rs was wearing this, and I was like, yo, what are these? And they're like actually CDG and Salomon, but originally they were like all women's wear sizes, but like now I seen them like pop up in menswear. I was like, what the hell? These are like a really cool slept on collab. COMME detail. But yeah, I just love these because Salomon one is like just very versatile, but they added like the little styly elements to it, making the little platform. It's probably good for like some wide trousers, and they kind of look like some hokas. Really cool. Get you a little bit more height too. And then these are just crazy. I didn't know how I felt about the cargo baskets for a while, but the fur ones are just so crazy. Whenever Rick does the fur, these you gotta wear with like shorts or something, even like a kilt or a skirt or something. Because if you do it with the pant, it just doesn't do them justice. This was the first Rick piece I ever bought. It was like 2014, 2015. It's crazy. It's been a while. These are like the level up past that. Past that, beyond. These are some shaggy Bottegas. I actually used these in like the Essence live shopping I did not too long ago. They're just like always like crazy expensive because it's like I believe it's like real fur. So yeah, I've been holding off on them for a while, but now they kind of dropped down a lot because of the sale. Kind of a good time to shop them. They have a good flex. Just like a really interesting color all around. Very like bespoke piece. So, like this. Alright, you guys, so we're back from Essence. I had a great shopping experience. I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of like the format and some of what it's like to shop at Essence and just like what it's like to shop some of these retail stores. I find it one of the easiest way to acquire garments, especially ones that I'm particularly familiar with and enjoy out of the fashion that I'm trying to participate in at the moment. So I've really enjoyed just always going to Essence and that shopping experience being in Montreal. So just wanted to give you guys some insight with that, and Fabrice was able to help me with that, so I really appreciate him. Before we get into some of my wish list favorites at the moment, I'm just gonna sit down with you guys, crack open my laptop, do a little like screen recording, go through some of my wish list items and just talk to you guys about them. Before we get into that, I just want to dive into another part of what it's like to shop retail. In all of my experience going to Essence, now that Megs and I share an account, we're kind of in their tier system and a way of them appreciating their clients. They sometimes just send you gifts for the holidays or for your birthday or whatever. So I'm hoping this is something that Megs and I can both share because we share the account, obviously. So they sent me a gift for my birthday because my birthday is on file. But like I said, I'm hoping it's something that Megs and I can both share. So we're gonna crack into that right now. Trusty knife situation. So we're gonna go into it right about now. This crack open into this box for you guys. So with this. Oh, there's two things in here. They were kind enough to send over. So this is from Andy. They did not play with us right here. Wow. This is sick, dude. This is some homeware, I believe. So this is DEMEULEMEESTER homeware. Wow, these are beautiful, you guys. Look at these. There's some like elegant avant-garde tea sipping situation. Come on now, put your little espresso, a little tea in there. This is beautiful. And DEMEULEMEESTER, little like espresso cups or tea cups made beautifully. Did not expect them to send that at all. And that's definitely something Megs and I will get proper use of whenever she's coming over to my spot. Be able to pour up a nice little cup of coffee, some tea, whatever it might be. And I think they gave me like a whole little set situation because now we got some plates. That's so crazy because I was literally in the market for some plates and now I got some. So here we have these beautiful plates. This is crazy how the channel has evolved over time. Now I'm showing you guys freaking plates. It's insane. But I mean, I've always said on the channel, it kind of evolves with you. Clothing is obviously at the core of what I enjoy and want to grow into. But yeah, it starts with clothes and it kind of propels into other things, art, homeware, furniture, etc. So the more that I get to grow on this channel, the more I want to showcase to you guys what I'm into. And plates, home decor, home goods are all things that I want to be able to show and experience with you guys. So really just so kind of them. They really didn't have to do that, but I really appreciate them nonetheless. These are beautiful and I'll definitely be getting a whole lot of good use out of that. So thank you to the whole team over at Ssense for sending me the lovely birthday gift, sending us the lovely birthday gift, Megs and I. We really appreciate it. So I'm gonna get into that wish list video for you guys. So come check out the next frame. I'm continuing the rest of the video that I promised for you guys, which is the wish list portion of the Ssense video. At the beginning of this video, I showed you guys some in-store shopping experience, how I really oversee the shopping process and some of the current pieces that I'm feeling for myself. But now we're gonna dive into some things that I've just added to my wish list. Some of them either for clients, some things that I just like genuinely are interested in. Not necessarily all of these are things I'm going to be buying, just things that catch my eye and I think would be interesting for you guys to see on the channel. So that being said, if any of these catch your eye, feel free to check out any of the links below. They're all going to be there for you guys. Definitely go check all of them out. If anything catches your eye and you want to purchase it, it helps a brother out. It helps out with the channel. Definitely, it would be greatly appreciated. So we're going to get into the rest of these pieces. First piece that we have here is actually by Raf Simons. I haven't been checking out a lot of Raf's recent collections, but after the news that I heard he is going to be getting rid of his namesake label, I decided that, hey, maybe it's interesting to go into some of the recent Raf collections and see if anything catches my eye, because as of recent, I realized that a lot of Raf stuff isn't in the peak as it used to be. Unfortunately, a lot of his older collections is where he thrived, but this definitely did catch my eye. This is this Raf Simons brown double-breasted coat. I really love the color. It reminds me a lot of the Sanjeev orange overcoat that I have as well. Obviously this one's a lot more expensive. It started off at around like 5 grand Canadian, which is insane. Now it's down to over half that. It's at 56% off, so it's a pretty good steal if this is something in the market for you. Obviously not saying that this is necessarily affordable for everyone, but if you're a stylist, if you are a artist of any sort, this could be something that's interesting to stand out as a piece on its own. I think it's pretty interesting. I love the brushing on it. The detail is pretty immaculate. You could kind of see all of those details right here. It's just a really standout color, and that's something that I really enjoy with something like this. Flows incredibly with some wide trousers, but yeah, the color is what stands out the most to me, and also the texture. So that's why I selected it for this wish list bit. On to the next piece. This is the Guidi 791V boots, basically a pair of combat boots. I love me some combat boots. The only gripe that I have with them normally is that they're a bitch to get on. I wish that they had a side zipper of sorts so that it would be a lot easier to get in and out of the boot. It makes it a lot more convenient to just wear them on a daily basis instead of having to tie them up and untie them all over again. Especially with the winter, it's kind of annoying. So that's why I kind of hesitated on getting these. But if that's something that doesn't bother you, you could definitely take advantage of these boots because they are very, very beautiful. I know Guidi's leather is phenomenal. and people always rave about that time and time again. The cut is very unique for a combat boot as well because it kind of hiccups at the back of the heel. There's kind of like a little cup area. Why'd I do that? That was kind of, anyway, keep on going. Yeah, just a really great pair of boots if you're into a pair of combat boots with a nice grain of leather. This could be something of interest because Guidi is just made to last. You're definitely gonna enjoy it. On to the next. This is a pair of trousers by Courrèges. Louis,
yeah.
I need your assistance with this. How do you pronounce this, you French man?
Courrèges.
That's what I said. Wow, I'm so French.
Wait, you're on call?
No, I'm on YouTube.
Oh, okay, yeah, Courrèges.
Thank you, sir.
All right, peace.
So that's how you pronounce that, courage. Going into this pair of trousers, I just liked how it was styled. It was kind of styled in a very feminine way because they put my boy in a bodysuit, I believe it looks like. So it kind of gives you the allure of like a G-string effect or like a bodysuit effect, which is kind of interesting. I've never seen that on men's fashion before, but another thing that I was interested with was the fit of these pants and then also the hammer loop. It was just a really great take on a classic pair of workwear. The more and more I look at them, they just fall beautifully. And like I said, the styling really piqued my eye because I never really seen that on menswear before. It was very like femboy, but then yeah, putting that onto such a masculine pair of pants, really interesting take. But yeah, they just look like they fit beautifully. And if you're into like black pants, I can't get enough of them. Clearly you guys see, this is another great one to add to the arsenal if you guys haven't already. Courrèges black baggy trousers. Next one, this is by Brian Jimenez. This was a brand that I was put onto by my friend John. It's a recent brand that has entered on Ssense, younger brand, younger designer, based out of LA, I believe. Either LA or New York, I could be wrong, but anyway, really enjoy everything that they've been doing. Very beautiful styling. A lot of the silhouettes is something that I naturally gravitate towards, but this is just something that I felt like could be really cool in editorials. It's very incognito, very fashion week. You could wear this to something like that and you would instantly stand out because it's not something that everyone's gonna wear. But yeah, not for everyone. I do know that kind of gives you like serial killer vibes a bit, but like I said, for fashion week it could be cool. And these are the type of pieces that I'm looking into in hopes of elevating my style and really putting together looks that are just like above and beyond. So that's what this is. Next piece, this is by Jill Sander, and Jill Sander always tends to impress me every time because I just never naturally go and look for Jill Sander pieces, but through browsing around on Ssense, I always tend to find something that I like, and that says a lot to me. So this is this down jacket, but it's not your classic down jacket where it's just very puffy and like standard. This one looks like a work jacket with the double front pocket detail and brown color. It just really sets it off. And another thing that I enjoyed was how it swoops in the back. It just is a very flattering cut and something that you could wear in those in-between seasons, also in the early winter seasons. If you wanted to layer it up, maybe you could make it work. The price is a little bit steep, but for a down designer jacket, it kind of makes sense, I guess. So if that's something of interest to you, definitely go and check it out. I think it's a great scoop if you're in the market for something like that. This is something that I actually tried on in person. If you guys didn't see the first part of this video, which is at the beginning of this video, which I hope you would have seen and you didn't skip past anything, then you would have seen me try this leather cropped jacket from Rick Owens. It is currently 40% off, which I find kind of crazy. It already started at a pretty steep price of 4.5K Canadian, which is absurd, of course, and even still at the discounted price 2.7K, that's still a lot of freaking money, and I do understand that. But if any of you guys are Rick fiends, you do realize that some of the runway pieces, to get them at such a discounted rate like this is still a quote-unquote steal. If you were in the market for something like this is definitely something that I would jump on if I had the budget for. I just really enjoy this. The Strobe collection was phenomenal. So I normally wouldn't go for something this slim in the arms, but when I tried it on, it was very flattering. And this is also something that would allow me to test my styling because I typically don't zip up jackets all the way. But breaking down those proportions with this jacket, it really allowed me to tap into something that I wouldn't normally do. And I really like items that like taking me out of my shell type of feel. So I enjoyed that with this item. This next one, off of the same strength of what we were talking about with face mask situation, I think you could wear this to an event or to a fashion week, something that you want to stand out or have something that is gonna just set you apart from the rest. I think this mask or balaclava from Post Archive Faction is definitely something that I would look into. The price point isn't too crazy. It's 180 Canadian dollars. Just the cut, I couldn't even think of where to begin with making a pattern for this. Every time I see intricate designs from PAF, I always get blown away by their pattern work and their cut. Just because it's insane. Like, I wouldn't even know where to begin with this as a technical designer. So yeah, I just give them all the types of praise in the world for that. The only thing is that purple isn't necessarily my first color. I would have went for something else, but if purple is your color and you just love this design so much you don't care about the color, then I would definitely go for something like this. This is also something I tried on in the earlier clips of this video. These are the Rick Owens Cargobasket in the pony hair iteration. I love this shoe. This is a very nostalgic shoe for me because it's the first like designer shoe that I went and I was like geeking over. Obviously the two first ones that I remember were my pair of Balenciaga Arenas and then my pair of Geobaskets by Rick Owens, and I saved up all my money for both of those shoes. So it's very nostalgic for me, the Geobaskets. And now into my later age, I was wondering if I even would enjoy the cargo baskets when they first started popping around. The leather versions I wasn't too fond of, but this calf version really does make it a lot more interesting. It's just more my vibe, and I definitely would wear this in like the summer with some shorts or something like that, or even with like that valance skirt that I have. I think that would make it very elevated and it could be very interesting in that type of light. So I do like this sneaker. It is still pretty pricey because $1,000 for some sneakers is still crazy. $2,000 at retail, get out of here. That's a way too wild. But if you have it in the budget and you could make it do what it do, then I would definitely check this sneaker out because it's phenomenal. I really enjoy it. And you could style it in a multitude of ways. You could put pants over it. You could tuck it into some pants. You could wear it with a skirt. You could wear it with some shorts, short shorts, longer, more baggy shorts. There's so many different ways to wear this wear this sneaker, even with some skinnier jeans if that's your vibe. This is a great sneaker. On to the next one. We clearly have a mask theme here. I didn't even realize that, but yes, this Helia Emile balaclava, it's reversible, so you could wear it on the white side as well. You could kind of see the white peeking through in this man's eyes right here. The black side is definitely the side that is the most wearable, I would say. And I just really enjoy the texture. All that to say, it's just really beautiful. Like I said, see, the white side isn't really cutting it for me, but the black side, it's the right side. There you go. We're gonna go on to the next one. So the next one is this pair of Kiko Kostadinov black sneakers. I had to grow onto these sneakers because I used to see them pretty much everywhere. In the past couple of seasons, I've seen a few of my peers wearing them. Ray was wearing them not too long ago as well. And in the colorways that I was seeing, I just wasn't too fond of it. But this one here, I really enjoyed just because the play on black and the different textures that they use for this specific one just make it a lot more intricate. It kind of gives you like a moon feel, like the different textures of what you would see in the moon. I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but yeah, it kind of gives you that like graphite moon-esque texture on what I believe is like the suede bits on this sneaker, and then just the jet black and then the rubber strap. Like there's like so many things to like about this sneaker because it's very abnormal compared to your average sneaker. Going on to this next piece, this is some eyewear that I have for you guys. On the topic of this, I'm actually gonna bring in this other set of eyewear and put them side by side because they go hand in hand. I was originally talking about these Rick Owens Davis sunglasses. I love these sunglasses. I think Rick Owens really thrives in two places recently, their eyewear and their shoes. Every season I'm just blown away by the innovation of how they could keep on just making new ways of creating eyewear and sneakers time after time, and it's just something that you've really never seen before in terms of like just how drastic and theatrical they could look. All that to say, I love these Davis sunglasses just because they're made of a polyamide instead of an acetate, but they're just more structured. And that was the reason why I let go of my Rick Owens Shield glasses. I love these glasses still. I'm on the fence about buying them back because I did let them go on my Whatnot Live. So if you guys are fans of the Whatnot Live, gave these away for like a steal of a price. I don't even remember what they went for, but it's just something that stands out so much. And I think in time, I'm gonna miss them a lot more. So maybe I'll enter them back into the closet down the line, but just right now with my lifestyle, I feel like it's a bit too reckless to just have such a fragile pair of glasses. Whereas the Davis glasses are a bit more sturdy and I wouldn't mind chucking those into a bag. Whereas if I threw the Rick Owens Shields into a bag, I'd be like a lot more cautious of it breaking. So all of that noted, letting you guys know about these two glasses. They're both great. They're both on sale. If you want to check them out, feel free to do so. Going on to another pair of glasses. This is a pair by VENETA. I've been looking at these glasses for a good couple of years now. I want to say like maybe even 2019 is the first time I really enjoyed these glasses. I saw them for the first time in person with my friend Harley in New York when we were at the Webster in New York. But yeah, I really love these glasses. I find they just take such a standard lens like the Oakleys and just elevate it and make it so much more fashiony with the simplest thing, which is studs, and it doesn't make it corny in any type of regard like that. But yeah, I really am a huge fan of these glasses. They really do it for me. I don't know when I would bite the bullet for them because it's still close to $1,000 for some glasses, especially like Oakleys at that. So I don't know, we'll have to see. Continuing with the VENETA theme, these are these baggy cargo pants, and yes, they are just cargo pants at the end of the day, camo ones at that, but just the cut is very beautiful on these. They just droop so effortlessly. I love the 3 blocking that they have with the zippers, so I believe you could wear them as like capris or as shorts. I don't know if they zip all the way off, but I'm assuming they would because they go all the way around. But all that to say, just the cut is phenomenal on these. I love the way they look, and it's not a classic like woodland style camo that you would see. It has a bit of different hues. So all that to say, I really enjoy the way that these fit, and I think they would suit my style very well, and hopefully some of yours as well. So going on to the next item, second layer, brown python trucker leather jacket. That was a mouthful. This piece is beautiful, very Western. I love that it crops right at the waist. This is what a lot of people are looking for in items. Obviously very trendy, very contemporary. This would suit more of like my Western vintage fix of what I enjoy. You just look very main character in a jacket like this. Hollywood superstar. I really, really love this jacket, and I just wish I knew if the embossing was like the print of the python. I wish I knew if it was textured or if it was just printed on directly, because that would add a lot if it was textured. I think if it's not, then it would be a bit too flat. But anyway, all that to say, this is at a great discount. If you're into something like this, feel free to check it out. Next piece is also by Second Layer. This is a blazer that I've had my eyes on for quite some time, and I don't know if I talked about it on the channel before, but if so, I will talk about it again because it deserves it. This is the Pico blazer, and this is by far my favorite fitting blazer, and it has all the characteristics that I personally look for in a blazer. It's wool, good quality, has peak lapels, double-breasted, made in Italy. It falls perfectly like where I would want a blazer to fall. You could wear it more casual as it's styled here with the hoodie, or you could wear it to a formal function. So I just think it's a great piece overall. I don't know why I haven't bitten the bullet on it. I think it's because the first time that they had it on the site, it was with like tortoise buttons, and that was really throwing me off. But now it has black buttons, so I don't know why I'm hesitating on it still. But yeah, it is a great blazer. I love it so much. Maybe one day I will pick it up, but we'll have to see. On to the next piece. Post Archive Faction black centered trousers. These are cool just because the zipper details really add a lot and add a lot of variety as to how you could wear these pants. You can unzip them in the front to let the shoes peek out a bit more. You can unzip them on the side to let it flare out a bit more. You can unzip it on the back to have it even more bell bottomed. Because there's all these flaps that do so, they just kind of create this perfect flare at the bottom that's not too drastic, but really flows over any type of bulky sneaker perfectly. So there you have it. These pants are really cool. Side note for Post Archive Faction, I would personally size up in their pants just because they're made with a Korean body type in mind, I believe. It's not so much North American, so every time that I've tried on their pants, I've tend to gone up a size just to make sure that they're definitely gonna fit me. So keep that in mind if you haven't already. Onto this sneaker right here. This is a sneaker that I didn't think I was gonna stumble across because I don't check out our legacy enough, which I should because they have great stuff. But this sneaker is hard. It's so sick. This is their black and gray Gabe sneaker. I love the Vibram sole that they chose for this, and also the suede detailing. The rubberized toe cap, everything is just very gorpy in every type of right way for this sneaker. I could see myself wearing this a whole lot. I just love how unique it is. It's very sick. I love this sneaker. It's really cool. I want to try it on in person. I don't know why I haven't done so, but hopefully I will soon because clearly it's something that's piquing my eye. I just keep on telling myself, like, how many sneakers or shoes do you need? Because whenever I reach that ceiling of like not having enough space, I don't really see the point of getting excess amounts of sneakers. That's why I've never been like a true sneaker head. I can't imagine myself with like a room full of sneakers. With clothes, I could kind of validate that. It makes a bit more sense to me because it helps with my business. But with sneakers, it's just something that like my clients don't all have my same shoe size, you know what I mean? It's not really convenient for me to have a million sneakers. I do have a lot more than the average person, but in terms of like making it reasonable for styling and stuff like that, it's just, it makes no sense. It's more for me than it is for my clients, you know what I mean? So there you go. This Dries Van Noten coat is so beautiful. It reminds you of like a beautiful, luxurious, like Cadillac or like a Jaguar, very just like old rich. The interior of a car, perfect quilting. I believe the outside, it looks like a leather, but it's not. The body is polyester, like basically poly and viscose blend all throughout the outside, but the way that the sheen hits it, it looks like a leather, so it really adds that luxurious feel. I love the length of it as well, and the styling is just phenomenal on this. Like, they killed it on Ssense. I wanted that hat so bad. It was just way too pricey for me personally, but yeah, I love this coat. This is a sick coat. I would definitely go for something like this if it was within the budget, and that hat too. That was like the hat that got away. But yeah, this outfit is phenomenal. This is definitely something I would wear. And I love that jacket. It's crazy. And this is the jacket's little brother right here. This is the Dries Van Noten tan quilted faux leather bomber jacket. Basically the same material as the last one, but this one is for the cropped lads, the boys that like the cropped jackets. This is for you. This is a lot more in the breadth of what I would see a lot of people enjoying. This with some baggier trousers, chef's kiss, would be crazy. Also, once again, they just killed the styling. Yellow gloves, that's definitely something I would do. I'd probably do like baggy green trousers instead, like a bit even like a lot wider than that, but like the pink slippers too, like they killed this. They absolutely killed this. I love this jacket. It's amazing. Can't get enough of it. On to the next one, another Dries piece. Clearly, I was in a Dries mood when I was like going through these items right here, but this is just another pair of black cargo pants. You guys see I'm pretty consistent with the things that I enjoy. The cut's just really nice on these. I like the waistband detailing on this because I don't really see that too often. Kind of gives you like a bit of like historical approach to pants, like how they would tie their pants back in the day, like in the ancient times type of thing. But then obviously makes it a lot more modern and utilitarian coming to the cargo pockets and how wide it is at the bottom. So yeah, really enjoy these pants. This is something that I really love, and I think the material is a bit more of like a brushed cotton, so not your typical material that you would go for a cargo pant, but I do enjoy that one. On to this one. This is by Ludan. This is a brand that has been really showing me that they're coming for a top spot in terms of like making these daring pieces, these pieces that stand out and really like make a statement. I was doing a styling pull the other day and I noticed I don't really have any daring red pieces for any type of pulls that or shoots or anything that I get called in for, and this is probably something that I would have went and bought just for the closet to make sure that other people could use, including myself, because it's just like badass, bro. Like it's such a statement piece, very main character. You're gonna stand out in all the right ways wearing a jacket like this. I love that it's practically a to the floor length piece, and it's just like, it's so badass. It's like perfect 70s energy. I love the way they styled it. The open collar shirt, the wide baggy trousers, the sunglasses, everything is just phenomenal on this jacket because that's exactly how I would style it as well too. But yeah, that red coat is beautiful, absolutely stunning. Now this is something that I've been talking about for the past couple of seasons, but if you guys haven't taken advantage, I would strongly suggest this as an option. If you guys are looking for a winter jacket and you haven't seen one yet that you enjoy, I would strongly recommend this Rick Owens nylon down coat. It's a long padded coat, really is gonna do the job in terms of keeping you warm, and it's stylish. Designer, $1,600. Yes, still a lot of money, but a lot of these Rick jackets go for like $3,000 plus. So if you could justify that amount of money for a jacket, it's something that you kind of need to invest in the winter if you're into the market for a jacket of this sort. I think it's a very wise option. So definitely go check it out. I've been looking, this has been in my wish list for quite some time, like a very long time at that. So it's here to stay. If you guys are interested in it, you'll definitely be able to scoop it. It's not going anywhere. This next one right here, this is a Maximilian Davis shirt. I used this shirt for one of my Ssense lives a long time ago. I wanted to get something from Maximilian Davis because he is leaving his namesake brand to focus on Ferragamo, which he is the new creative director for. So I just wanted to get this piece as like an homage to him and his namesake label that I don't know if he'll go back to ever again. So I've been toying with the idea of actually getting this, but at the same time, it's still a blue shirt. I can only wear this on an occasional basis. There's not a lot of wearability to it. So I'll be getting it more for like the essence of supporting a black designer that I really enjoy, rather than it being a wearable thing in my closet. But every time I do styling pulls and things of that nature, I tend to really use these button-up shirts often. Whenever I get like a daring one, I get a lot of good uses out of it. So it could be something of interest down the line. The last piece that I have here is also a pair of denim that I've seen on the site for quite some time. I don't know if everyone's gonna have access to this, because if you're like a decent Ssense client or account holder, you'll be having access to the private sale. A decent amount of people that I know have access to the private sale. It's not only me. So these are actually 30% off. Bottega rarely goes on sale anymore. There's a lot of brands that are trying to not have sales ever, mainly Kering brands, because like they're trying to keep this prestiged nature to the brand, and Bottega is one of them. So whenever their stuff goes on sale, a lot of people tend to try and take advantage of that. This crinkled denim was just really cool because they have like a metal composite in it that keeps the crinkle in place, and they fall perfectly onto shoes. I rarely enjoy denim of this hue just because I find it a little too dark. I'm more of a light denim wearer, but I do enjoy this wash of denim. Definitely something that I would see myself wearing into the future. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry this was a long one, but I wanted to give you guys a good amount of items to just look through, browse through, see if there's anything that you guys enjoy on Ssense, and if there is anything that I missed that you guys are enjoying right now from the Ssense sale, let me know in the comments below. I love starting a conversation with you guys. Tell me what you guys are feeling this season, what are on some of your wish lists and we'll just keep on chopping it up. I love chopping it up with you guys, and let me know how you enjoyed this video. I kind of broke it up into two. It'll probably be a lengthy one based on how long this segment has been, but I hope you enjoy it nonetheless. I'm gonna see you guys on the next one. Make sure to follow me on all my socials, GOTSWEIGE is where you can keep up to date with me more frequently. I post fit pics, this and that. So that's what you can check out there, as well as the rest of my social media accounts. Those could be found in the description box below, along with the rest of the links of everything I talked about. That's about it. I'm gonna see you guys soon. Peace.